The marathon is 26.2 miles, and the Chicago Marathon, well, that's just a marathon in Chicago. But today I'm going to take you on my journey through my second marathon ever, and this one is with Nike. Welcome to the final episode of the Chicago Project.
Please refer to the safety card near your seat.
2 days out from the race, I packed my bags and headed from LA to Chicago. It was going to be my first time in Chicago, and I was really excited to experience it with my family and the Nike team.
Oh, look who it is! Hey! Okay. What up?
So this is my dad, and he's probably the only person in this world that was more excited for this marathon than I was.
Right, Scout?
Oh yeah, and that's my friend Jesse that rode with me from the airport. The moment I got to the city, I realized just how gorgeous it was, but I didn't have too much time to take it in before my first run with the Nike team. And a little gear haul.
Dude, oh my gosh! Yo!
After months of being virtual, our Nike team finally assembled, and it was amazing to meet all these incredible people.
We're running! Oh my god! Steph is running!
And my first night in Chicago closed out with an amazing dinner with really fancy food and really fancy catering. Fancy person menu.
Very fancy and open kitchen.
There are literally chefs over there. What in the world? And even better, my dinner buddy happened to be Shalane Flanagan, one of the best American distance runners. With 1 day to go before the race, it was packet pickup time, and everybody was out and about in Chicago.
Look at this line. Wow.
Even more than just my family, my best friend Bashir came out, and it's amazing because he took over vlog duty on race day, so you'll get to know him well. Okay guys, so I'm about to go for my final shakeout run. I'm gonna do 20 minutes on the treadmill because, well, I just want a little bit of consistency. And I honestly feel incredibly ready for the marathon, which is crazy to say because I've been traveling so much and my mind's been everywhere. But these past 2 days, being able to really focus in has allowed me to really feel confident and feel like I'm ready to do this. So I'm pretty stoked for tomorrow. With being the last day before the race, Bashir and I went for my final shakeout run, just like in high school. I arrived early to the starting line with my Nike crew, and once I got to the starting corral, I was freaking nervous.
Alright y'all, I'm on vlog duty for the day. We got Mr. Levet right here. We're about to see Zach run a marathon, okay? I don't know how or why he got into this situation again.
The gun went off in the first mile was insane.
It just started.
I didn't realize how bad my position in the corral was until I had to weave through people for about a mile and a half. Before the race, I had told myself I was gonna go out slow and try and crush the end.
A little gloomy out here in Chi-Town, but you know, we still appreciate them hosting the whole shindig.
My dad Bashir caught me at the 5K, and at this point I was feeling incredible and really pacing myself out for this race.
Isaac.
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing? This is Zach's dad. Yeah, you know, in the trenches is crazy.
One of the craziest parts about these big city marathons is the amount of people out cheering. The energy on the streets was incredible.
5K looking pretty good. Came through 17:45.
Zach is trying to race it like a sniper, from our understanding. Very targeted approach.
Over the next few miles, I really started talking to people on the course. I would bump into people that seemed to have good pace, and I would just strike up a conversation kind of asking them what they were planning to do. I was clicking off the miles at 5:30, 5:40, 5:50, and I was feeling incredible. But I needed to find my pace pack or else I would be kind of left stranded running my own race.
Smiling, laughing, seems to have made some friends, something Zach would definitely do in the middle of a marathon. Some of these buildings, I dare say, are excessive. Look at this one. No. What do you need all that space for?
But it was also around this point where I met Jake and Evan. These two guys would come to be my pace group, and it was one of the craziest things because I happened to actually have pretty deep connections to both of them. Well, deep is kind of a, not the right word. And so when we all connected, I started talking. I was like, yo guys, I'll take some wind at some point. Let's like run this race together and stuff. That's not exactly how it went, but pretty much that's what happened. And we ended up running a lot of this race together. We came through the half marathon at about 1:15, which was incredible, and I was feeling so good about it. And I knew that I was doing a good job of pacing. I knew that these guys were the right guys to be with, because at times we would have a little bit of a faster mile. We'd run down into the mid 540s, and one of us would be like, hey guys, I think we need to slow it down. And then another one of us would be like, yeah, let's make this next mile north of 550.
All right, more of an update. Zach has essentially kept the 1745, 1750 pace. On pace for about 231-ish and some change. So we're trying to catch him here. Mile 14. Hey, vlog. We got my man Vince. He stopped by just to cheer on Zach.
What up?
What up? Not Zach, we're still a goated pack here. Zoom in.
I got a water bottle at the half marathon point and I was feeling so confident.
Let's go, boys! Alright, Zach, let's go! Let's go!
There I am with my two guys, Evan and Jake, the guys that I ran this race with.
Greektown! Let's go, boys! Zach!
At this point, our pack was moving strong and we even joined another pack that was going at a good pace, which helped me recover from a cramp, which was a big win in the race. At around mile 17, I'd been taking in a ton of goos and a ton of water, and I'd hydrated so much. I would take water from every water stop, but the heat on the day was increasing. The race indicator moved from yellow to red, which meant that it was kind of not the best racing conditions, and I started to get a cramp in my stomach. I kind of got nervous because this made me feel a lot worse and it made the running feel a lot harder.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yes.
Especially when you gotta lead.
Update, he was looking real strong through 17, gave a good thumbs up. I think he's following his game plan, looking strong.
In TikTok speak, Zach was chilling like a villain.
We came across mile 20 and Jake was feeling good and he started taking off from us. At this point I had 5 miles to go and I was finally alone in the race. It was sad to be out there kind of racing alone for these last hard 5 miles. I started picking up the pace and feeling really confident and I started making up ground on Jake. The only problem was that 4 miles out I started experiencing these cramps in my legs. I've never felt this before and I've never cramped in my legs, but I would start to feel like a ball forming in my hamstrings or my calves, and then there would be this extreme pain and I would just yell out a pain noise or word, you know, bad words. Okay, these pains were like some of the worst that I had ever felt and I could tell something bad was gonna happen. I would alternate between running really fast and stretching and trying to hold off these cramps in my legs, but there was nothing I could do to really save it at this point. With about 2.5 miles to go, I had the worst cramp in my leg of them all. My hamstring started to really seize up like it had been doing, but this time it was different. I bent over to stretch it, but then it just shot up like a spring breaking. I don't even know how to say it. It cramped really bad. That's what happened. At this point, I literally couldn't even walk. I tried to walk, but then I just fell back down. The fans were asking me if I needed any help stretching out and all this stuff, and I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to keep running, and I physically could not. After a couple more seconds, it luckily dissolved and I could finally start running again. So these last 2.5 miles were some of the most painful miles of my entire life. Coming into the finish, I was just hobbling my way in, trying to make it with everything I had in my body. My legs kept trying to cramp and I was just trying to hold it off, but at this point my only goal was getting to the finish line. And by golly, I did it. So I finished with a time of 2:37:50, which is obviously a lot slower, being 12 minutes slower than my first marathon. But when you think that you can't finish the race, and you eventually do, the time on the clock just doesn't matter that much. So I'm in this position where I know how to grow, I know how to get to where I want to be, and I'm back running the marathon. Guys, that's all for this video, so I hope that you've enjoyed. We're so close to hitting 100,000 subscribers, so if you are new here, I would love it if you subscribe, and as usual, live happy, be healthy, and I'll see you soon.